greatest queen up here. BeeSparrow. BeeSparrow. I was keeping my eye on that sparrow sitting over there with me. Come on in. What's up, BeeSparrow?
Hello, y'all. What's up? Once again, it's your girl, BeeSparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. How y'all doing today? Your girl is blessed, honey. Blessed to be amongst the living. And I'm thankful that the Most High decided to wake me up this morning. And if you are within the sound of my voice, I'm so glad that he woke y'all up this morning, too. Listen now. So much going on in these schools these days. When I was coming up, going to school, elementary school, we didn't have to worry about too much but bullying. That's all we had to worry about. Bullies. But nowadays, these kids have so much that they have to worry about. What about this superintendent? This superintendent that was charged with 6 counts of false imprisonment. Y'all, I'm going to come back and read this article for y'all. Taken from yahoonews.com. But y'all know I got to put on this disclaimer first because she don't want no mess, okay? She'll be back. Alrighty. BuzzTweet Talk Radio do not own copyright for this copyrighted material, but under Section 107 United States Copyright Office, Copyright Act 1976, this video, the music and content it contains is for education and or entertainment purposes only. Yes, that's right. I didn't write this. I didn't take no picture. These ain't my pictures. These aren't my stories. I'm just telling y'all, look, according to yahoonews.com, honey, this article, the headline alone is what captured my attention. It says, we are hoping to see her fired or put on leave. Now, that's the reaction to Suring superintendent charged with 6 counts of false imprisonment. Okay? The superintendent of the Suring School District, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Suring, Suring School District has been charged with 6 counts of false imprisonment related to the strip search of students on January 18th. That's what an Oconto County District Attorney Edward Burke said. Now, Burke had previously found the searches themselves did not violate state law, but said he then reviewed the state code relating to the ability of a school employee to confine a student. They do anything they can, honey, to protect their own. But it didn't work this time. That's not according to the article. That's according to me. Okay, the state concludes that Kelly Casper lacked legal authority to confine the students in a small restroom located off of the nurse's office, located in the Suring School Public School Complex, Burke said in a news release. The facts and surrounding circumstances leads to the state concluding that the children involved did not consent to being confined. Casper was searching the students to find vaping devices. False imprisonment is a felony that carries a maximum sentence of 6 years in prison and a $10,000 fine or both. If convicted of all 6 counts, Casper faces up to 21 years in prison. An initial appearance for Casper, 51, of Coleman has been scheduled for March 23rd, according to online court records. And in my opinion, she should be locked up. But I digress. Let me finish reading the article first. In the release, Burke wrote, there is no dispute from any party that the children involved were directed to enter the small bathroom at the direction of Casper, who also directed the school nurse to accompany them to the room. Burke also noted that Casper directed the children to remove their clothing once in the bathroom, then stood in the doorway while the children were in the room. Once the children removed their clothing, he said, any opportunity they had to escape would have subjected them to further shame and embarrassment. None of the children involved were given the opportunity to leave, he said. The only choice they were given was to have the search conducted by a police officer or Casper. Neither were the children given an opportunity to contact their parents prior to being confined in the bathroom, Burke added. Whether Casper knew that the students did not consent and knew she did not have the lawful authority to detain the 6 children are questions of fact that are best left for a jury to determine based upon the evidence presented at trial, Burke said. Burke sure is saying a lot. Let me check and see if my mic is on. Okay, because I didn't remember turning it back on. But it's on now. Back to this article. Raylene Helminger, whose 16-year-old daughter was searched by Casper, told the Press Gazette that she is glad something is being done to hold Casper accountable. She says she hopes the charges mean Casper will be placed on administrative leave. The school board will be making a statement at a special meeting addressing the searches after meeting in closed section last week to discuss the strip. The Suring School District did not respond to a call from the Press Gazette. Our whole goal was to get her out of that school and away from our children, Helminger said of Casper. We're hoping to see her put on administrative leave at the minimum or fired because she doesn't belong there. In interviews with an Oconto County Sheriff's Office investigator, the 6 girls recounted similar stories about how they were taken into a bathroom in the nurse's office and told to remove their clothing to their underwear. 2 of the girls were allowed to keep their leggings on because they said they weren't wearing underwear. I'm assuming they weren't leggings, but they were stockings or, like pantyhose. Well, I guess they could be considered as leggings. But I'm sure they're not going to put on like leg warmers and not wear panties with just leg warmers on. But anyway, I digress. The first girl's search was denied having a vape on her person. The first girl searched who denied having a vape on her person, said Casper, slid her hands down her legs and behind. She said Casper slid her hands down her legs and behind. Nothing was found, but an empty vape cartridge fell out of the 14-year-old girl's bra when she bent down to pick up her shoes. In the subsequent searches, Casper checked the other bras more carefully. The complaint states the girls were told to lift or pull their bras away from their bodies, while one student claimed that her breasts were exposed. Most of the other 5 students, ages 17, 16, 16, and 15, said Casper looked into the front of their bras and checked the band in the back, the complaint states. One other cartridge was found in a girl's jacket. Another girl admitted to having a vape on her. One of the girls told the deputy that she felt violated and that the school should have no right to search students the way they had with her, the complaint said. According to the complaint, Casper said she was not trained to do any type of feeling or patting in a search, but provided the investigator with certificates showing different trainings she has attended through the years. Through the training, Casper told the investigator she obtained information on locations where students hide items, how to properly question students the need to have a second person to assist in the searching students, and the laws pertaining to school searches. Through the training, Casper told the investigator she obtained information on location where students hide items, how to properly question students, the need to have a second person to assist in that search, and searching students and the laws pertaining to school searches. Okay. The school nurse who Casper enlisted to assist with the searches said Casper talked to each one of the girls, telling them they were better than this. They were making bad choices, and that she really cared about them, and that their future she cared about also. She said she didn't want to have to search them, but because they were going down the wrong road, the search was necessary. The nurse also added that at no time was Casper ever demeaning or mean to the girls, and that none of the girls seemed to be bothered by the searches. The nurse stated that out of all the females involved with the search, she was probably the one that was most uncomfortable with the searches. That's bullcrap. You cannot sit here and tell me that those young girls were not uncomfortable taking off their clothes in front of two women like that. You cannot tell me that those young girls were not uncomfortable. A lot of young girls are not comfortable in their bodies, you know? These are middle school girls, middle school to high school girls. You cannot tell me that they were comfortable stripping to their bras and panties in front of these two women. I don't even feel comfortable doing that, going to the doctor's office, and I'm a grown woman, full grown woman. So the nurse stated that her job the day before the searches took place. The nurse started her job the day before the searches took place and contacted her supervisor at a clinic the day after the searches occurred because she was concerned the searches were inappropriate. The name of the clinic and the supervisor were redacted, whited out in the reports released by the sheriff's office. The supervisor said the searches were improper. The supervisor told the nurse that the searches were improper per school district policy, and she shouldn't talk to anyone except law enforcement about them, according to police reports. The supervisor told the school nurse that she would contact the clinic's legal team and start an investigation. According to Oconto County Sheriff's Office documents obtained last week, Casper told officers she had completed training on searching students and learned to never touch a child, never look a child in the face if they are rude, to never look at a child. Casper said the searches she helped conduct in January were her first at Suring. She estimated she had previously searched 20 students while with the Coleman School District, her previous employer. So she had been searching students in, Lord have mercy, in previous districts. Why was she still working at schools? This article says Casper has served as superintendent of the Suring's school district since 2015. Before that, she served in several leadership roles with the Coleman School District. She was principal of Coleman High School from 2002 to 2010. She was principal of Coleman High and Middle Schools from 2011 to 2013 and principal of Coleman Elementary School in 2014. Casper, along with several other Coleman school districts, board members, staffs, and community members were subjects of a federal lawsuit in 2007 against the Coleman School District levied by former Superintendent Paula Hanson that accused them of damaging her reputation after forcing her from her position. The suit was dismissed in 2010. However, in court filings, a federal judge cited an investigatory report compiled by an outside consultant that said Casper, who was principal of Coleman High School at the time, had good qualities but was generally ineffective as a principal and lacking management skills. The report says she was a cancer who was partly responsible for the dysfunctional relations of the district and could be expected to hinder the performance of superintendents in the future, yet y'all still allowed her to be around school children and school districts. The article says, given that this is now a pending criminal matter, no further comments will be made at the time to ensure that all parties involved are being treated fairly. It's just amazing to me how criminals get to be treated fairly. It's just amazing to me how people that bully other people, when shit hit the fan and it turns on them, they needed to be treated fairly. Let me know what y'all think about this, because I'm done with this nonsense. This superintendent had a record of suspicious behavior around children in several school districts, at several schools, but yet she still was able to be around children. Please let me know what y'all think about this. Like, comment, and subscribe. Not just to my YouTube channel, but come on over here to my BuzzzTweet Talk podcast on Spreaker.com and follow me there. In return, I'll do the same. Y'all know I love supporting small businesses, small podcasts, especially black folk, because that's what I am, a black folk. It's your girl, BeeSparrow, BuzzzTweet Talk Radio. Let me know what y'all think. Holler at me when you can. Okay? Oh.
BuzzTweet Radio.